What's good, YouTube? We about to start it off right. You heard? We about to start it off right. You heard? Happy New Year's, cuz. How you doing? How you feeling?
Happy New Year's. I'm pretty good. I'm having a little late start, but I'm feeling pretty good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Maintaining. Um,
That's good.
you say you had a late start. So what's going on?
Nothing. I'm just now getting out to bed. Like, I don't know. I had stayed up to about 2 in the morning last night, and then I went to sleep, and, I just didn't really, I just wasn't in the mood to get up early today, so I'm just now getting up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's your plans for today? You don't have none?
I'm supposed to call my mom a little later, but I don't have an actual time just yet. So I called her, and she told me that she was making coffee or something, so I'm gonna see, what time she want me to come over there. I might just pop up later on. What about yourself?
Um, just chilling, making this YouTube video with you right now. I'm recording right now, so But
Okay.
other than that, nothing really, Not doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So introduce yourself.
Okay. Well, my name is Damien Williams. I am a second grade teacher. I don't know what else to say.
Okay. Where you come from?
I'm from New Orleans, born and raised in New Orleans. I went to Dillard University for undergraduate. I went to Relay Graduate School of Education to get my master's degree, and this is currently my 7th year teaching. I really love what I do, and like one day I plan to have like my own school or to be like a principal.
Okay. So you like working with kids, right?
Yes, I love kids so much. It's like I like working better with the kids than the actual adults, to be honest.
Okay. So what motivated you to be a teacher?
I wanted to be a teacher since a young age. I've always been like, a leader. I'm the oldest of all of my siblings, so like I've always had that, teaching the youth and stuff in me. So as I was in college, I was in psychology, but I was like, you know what? I wanted to learn more about the child mind, and then I wanted to learn how to better, like, how to better educate them and how to, build our youth and stuff like that. So I started teaching like I want to say in 2015, I worked at my first daycare, and like I was just like an assistant because I was still in college and stuff like that. And like after working there, I'm like, you know what? I really like teaching kids and stuff like that. Let me actually go into the education field because the daycare was more so nurturing them and changing them, making sure they're okay. But I wanted to give them like their ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, and then I started teaching, and I realized my strength is phonics. I love teaching kids how to read. Like there's math, there's science, social studies. Well, I like, phonics, like teaching kids how to blend, how to spell words and stuff, because it's oftentimes that kids get to like 5th and 6th grade, and yes, they can read to get by, but as a tutor, it's like a lot of kids really cannot read because they were not given the proper phonics growing up. So like I really aspire to be like the best phonics teacher I can be, and just fill my kids with all the knowledge that they can, because if you can read anything, like you're set up for success and stuff. And of course, I focus on the other subjects. Of course, I teach all subjects, if that makes sense. Like I love teaching math and stuff like that, but if you haven't noticed, phonics and reading is really my strength.
Okay, so can you go into detail, like what else do you teach?
Um, so I teach kids math and stuff like that. I teach them how to add and subtract and as we go back into the new school year, my second grade is going to be learning how to do multiplication. So I'll be introducing multiplication this January to my kids, and I'll see how they understand it. And also, far as like science, we jump into like the life cycle, and just the basics, the fundamentals of learning. I'm not like I don't teach middle school and stuff like that, so I don't teach like higher learning, but I teach the basics and the foundations of learning and like the tools kids need to succeed for when they go to middle school or whatever like that. Does that answer the question?
Yes, it really did. Can you explain to us your teaching method?
My method is I like to get to know each individual child, and I like to learn what works for them. Because this child may learn better when I write it down and go through it, but this child over here may learn better with a video, or they may learn better, with them actually doing it hands-on. So, like, I like to learn what type of child I'm dealing with before, to better their learning. So if I see a kid is struggling with how to add or something like that, I'll see, do they want to do it themselves? Do they want me to take the lead? How do they want to go about learning this new tool? And then that's how I address all of my different kids in my classroom. Like right now, I have 4 different groups, and each group is based on like high, medium, and low. And like, each group has like each different skills that they need in order to succeed. And that's how I get them to grow. And eventually they change groups and stuff like that. And it just brings out the most success in my classroom.
Okay. So, how long you been a teacher?
I've been teaching for 7 years now. My first 2 years, my first year teaching, I worked at a daycare. So, like, technically that counts, but I was like a preschool teacher. And then starting in 2018, 2019, I was a kindergarten teacher. So that's where my actual career starts at. So 7 years.
7 years. Okay. So you've been Hold on, cuz let me call you back.
Okay, go ahead. Because the year I got my master, the year I went to school, I went in 2019, and then I took a year off in 2020.
Did you have any challenges getting it? Was any of the work difficult, or how you did?
Yes, so my first year of grad school was not easy, but it was kind of like undergrad. As long as you went to class, you wrote a paper, you passed the class. But then as it got deeper into the field of teaching and, they wanted to know more about your experiences, and like some of it was like more so like in the classroom coursework and stuff like that. And they would come and observe you and different stuff like that. That's where I kind of, I've realized that's where I needed more help at with teaching. So I took that year off and really perfected my craft and got all the mentorships I needed and, everything I needed, all the coaching I needed, went back into grad school, with more skills. Because I'm not going to lie, one semester I contemplated not ever going back. And I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to do teaching anymore. This is just too hard. This classwork is too much. I still got to go to work. And then I thought about it. I'm like, no, like, I really want to do this. I'm doing this for the youth. I'm doing this for the kids. Like, and plus, I'm going to sit at home doing nothing anyway. Let me finish going back to school. Went back to school and knocked it out.
Okay. So, anything else you wanted to do besides teaching?
I originally wanted to be I wanted to work with autistic children. I wanted to be an ABA therapist, and then I wanted to have my own firm and like open up a center for like children with autism. Well, when I graduated college in 2018, I worked at this place called Card, and I worked at Butterfly Effects, and they were great, but it just wasn't what I wanted to do. Like, I don't mind working with autistic children, but I realized I also want to teach academics, and also like I wasn't doing a good job, to be honest. Like, I wasn't really excelling in that career, and so I changed to teaching. I'm like, I'm actually SPED certified, so a lot of my students that come in my classroom, they are special education, but they're also like a lot of kids that are not SPED that come in my classroom. So originally, I knew I wanted to teach, but I thought I wanted to be with a majority SPED population, but I realized, I want to, but it's still kind of a challenge for me.
Okay. So what time y'all release? Get off like what time do you get off? What time the kids get off from school?
Okay, so we started dismissal at 3:45. So the kids start leaving the building about 3:45. But I technically can't leave until about 4:15, 4:30. So because I can't leave until either my last kid is gone or they have an all call saying, staff could leave. And that's about 4:15, 4:30.
Okay. So after you leave work, like, what is your whole day consist of? Like, the rest of your day, like, after you leave work?
Well, I'm a tutor outside of teaching. So, like, when I get off work 3 days out the week, I'll go to my tutoring kid's house, or we meet at the local library, and I'll tutor from 5 p.m. to about 8 p.m. I have 2 different sets of clients. Each session is an hour, roughly an hour and a half. And so I'll do math tutoring on Mondays and Wednesdays. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's like my ELA group, my English tutoring group. And so by the time I get home, it's about 8 o'clock at night, 8:30, maybe even 9. And then I just unwind and relax or whatever like that.
Okay. So you want to shout out some friends or something?
Not necessarily, but I could shout out my Instagram and all of my social media. If you type in at Damien Williams on Instagram, that's my business page. And if you type in at Macadamia, that should pop up my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. It has it's MACDAMIA with like 6 A's, and it should pop up. And then, of course, my business page is my whole name at Damien Williams, but that's only on Instagram right now because I'm still working on making another business page for other social media sites. It's just I'm not the most tech savvy person at the moment.
Okay, you definitely need to send me some stuff like your Instagram and Facebook and all that so I could put it in the video.
Oh, I definitely will.
Yeah. So you be going to the gym?
Yeah, I work out a lot. Like, I try to work out really on the weekends, and if not on the weekends, I used to work out throughout the week after work, but since I'm a tutor now, I probably catch maybe Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. So when do you go? Like, when you go? Like,
in the morning.
Okay.
It's better to go in the mornings because it's not that big of a crowd and everybody is up in there.
Okay, in the morning. Like, what's the first thing you do when you go to the gym?
Well, I work out at this gym called Hot Works. So, it's like a sauna up in the gym. It also has, it has a regular gym as well, but, there's, a sauna that has, a workout bike, like an elliptical, I guess you would call it, and I'll do that in the sauna.